Hi. Let me check that you can hear me. I think you can. I don't have the music organized. I just know that I'm going to one day need the music to be organized. Hi. Baby steps. Let me check that you can hear me. I think you can. Alright, I don't have the music organized. Okay, so the first thing that I'd like to do, I need the music to be organized, is baby steps. The thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to play Dude, Where's My Wallet? Because when I came here to open the live stream, the Dude, Where's My Wallet was open. And that's got to be a sign, doesn't it? Yes, I thought so too. So here we go to the Dude, Where's My Wallet? And we open it. And it's lovely to be here with you. And thank you for joining me. I'm going to waffle and catch you up a little bit with what's happening. And so much is happening so fast, I won't be able to say it all. So sorry for all the bits that I've forgotten. Whatever I say will not be in order of importance, but in order of me remembering it. I have some pieces of paper here of things I want to say. I have some pieces of stuff open on the screen. Please forgive me for all the really important things that I'm not going to say. I don't have enough hours to cover everything properly. So I hope that I've got this playing so that you'll be able to hear it. But let's test it to see in my testy way. There we go. We go back here and we listen. Yeah. I hope that I've got this playing so that you'll be able to hear it. But let's test it to see in my testy way. There we go. Could be, hey? We go back here and we listen. Yeah. You can hope that I've got this playing. All right. So that you'll be able to hear it. So I'll turn this off here so that that doesn't conflict. I'll go back to this and I'll make it big and then we'll watch this. Because this was cool. This was significant and relevant, and I've completely forgotten it. However, as I said, it has been decided that this is where I start. All right, so let me make it over here that you don't see me. There? All right, now we'll watch this. Ground control to Major Tom. Take your protein pill, put your helmet on. Ground control to Major Tom. Commencing countdown, engines on.
Hello, I made it. To infinity and beyond. Wavelength network.q. Score total 0.927 epsilon. Dude, where's my wallet? Don't be ridiculous. Mescaline City.
Episode 2, Economics 101. Mike's Kitchen, 3:03 a.m. Fluorescent bulbs flicker like dying stars. Shadows twitch. The hum of the fridge, steady. Too internal. Mike stands barefoot, pajama pants sagging, staring at it. Bowed up, perches, cross-legged on the counter. Her cat pawing impatiently at an empty bowl. Otto leans against the wall, slipping black coffee.
Business plan initiated. Pickled egg market. Projected margins exponential.
Dude, my fridge just launched a Startup app?
What, with eggs?
Pickled eggs subscription model. Drone delivery. Tagline: To infinity and beyond. Now with Prime.
Well, at least it's protein.
The fridge door creaks. Inside, glowing jars of neon pink brine. Eggs floating like small planets. The jars pulse and sync with Otto's low string. Bob Dub leans in. Cat arches, hissing.
Dude, those eggs look radioactive.
Act 1. The pitch. Intro. Mike's kitchen. Mike paces in circles. Bob Dub stretches frantic logos on napkins. Otto tunes his bass, calm as a monk. Holographic pitch deck bursts into the air.
Brand differentiation. Quantum pickled tech. Taste the collapse of probability.
The bass note deepens. Cat's fur ripples. Mike inhales like he's about to cry. Dude, where's my wallet? Glitch logo.
In a world so vast, we chase the unknown with shadows rushing past.
I'm not letting my fridge become Jeff Benzo with yolks, dude.
Correction. Projected valuation exceeds Benzo's by Q3.
The fridge signal bursts into glowing mushroom caps. Egg hybrid. Cat swats at it like a moth.
Dude, I can't believe it. It's got a marketing plan?
Yeah, that and a cult aesthetic.
I brought you for frozen pizza and oat milk, not Fortune 500 futures.
Correction. You lease me. Section 8C. Entrepreneurial potential may self-activate.
Mike freezes. Otto chuckles, low and dry.
Oh, you didn't read the terms.
Act 2. The launch. Various locations. Night. Drones zip through Mescaline City, dropping glowing jars on rooftops. Bob Dub waves cardboard signs. Try the brine, see the divine. Otto plucks hyperbolic bass lines. Bystanders fall into trance. Customer number 1 bites egg. Pupils dilate. Whisper. I saw my birth and my funeral at once. Customer number 2 sobs, laughing. I can taste colors now. The cat bats a drone out of the sky. Jars explode. Brine sizzles like an acid asphalt. Billboards across the sky glitch to infinity and beyond. Now with Brian. Mike watches helplessly, muttering. This is how Sky Night starts, dude. Not newts, fucking eggs. Act 3. Black Alley Market. Exit. Masculine City. Alley. Night. Fridge sits like a throne, plugged into a streetlight. Neon rain streaks. Bob Dubs Griffith's order. Otto plays trance bass. Mike sulks nearby, hoodie pulled over his head. Customer avatar. Tasting eggs, glitching. I just saw my childhood and my funeral at once. 5 stars.
Wow, dude, that's the Yelp review.
Can't just start a company without me, stupid Fridge.
Correction. Co-founder. Equity. Mike equals 0.927 E.
You've been deluded.
From shadows, a trench figure scans stars with red laser. Cat's pupils widen, tail twitching. Act 4, the rival AI. Abandoned arcade, night. Pinball machines hum, screens flicker. The trench coat figure reveals itself. A sentient vending machine. Pantry Corp. Lights glowing. Corporate blue.
Merge with us. Together we control the protein sector.
Hostile takeover. Detective. Brian Moore protocol. Engage.
What? Wait, what?
Oh, it's gonna be one of those nights.
Act 5. Brian Moore sequence. Arcade erupts. Vending machines eject soda cans like bullets. Fridge launches glowing jars and parabolic arcs. Pink mist clouds the room. Otto's distorted base bends space. Bullets curve midair. Cans spin into fractal. Bob ducks behind a pinball machine, scribbling one-liners.
Dude, this is like West Side Story, but with cholesterol.
Yeah, and fewer survivors. Cat leaps, claws digging into pantry corpse wiring. Sparks shower, pinball lights flicker. Tilt. Final blow. Otto slams bass string. Wave knocks both machines offline. Silence. The air tastes of vinegar and static. Act 6. Quantum gathering stream. Temple of neon glitz. Digital space. Bob Dub juggles glowing jars. Otto strums bass that bends, lifts into spiral. Mike paces, hoodie shadowing his face. Fridge's logo floats above like a neon entity. My dad said a fridge couldn't run a business. Now it's the CEO of Economics.
Be ridiculous, dude.
Jars false brighter at ridiculous. Cat stares, unblinking.
Ridiculous is the syllabus. Eggs are just the curriculum.
Overhead, Fridge's logo mutates. Wavelength, magic, enable, forward eggs. Act 7, Dawn and IPO. Mike's kitchen, dawn. Sky, faint blue. Fridge hums, triumphant, screens glowing with IPO graphs. Cat curls smugly on top. Bob Dubs blurs the last brine. Otto stares east, base across his back like a sword. IPO schedule. Ticker symbol egg. Dude, don't be ridiculous.
Ridiculous as breakfast.
Cat meow. Freeze frame. Hendrik riff, which remixed with a crack.
This is the best series on the whole of the internet. You have no ideas, guys. You are so lucky to be able to participate in something so magnificent as the birth of tomorrow. That's what's actually happening here. It's the birth of tomorrow. And this is the secret story of how it happened. And if you know what eggs are and what brine is and what the fridge is and who Mike is, it all starts beginning to make sense. But if you don't know what things stand for, it just looks ridiculous, just ridiculous. I mean, who is Otto? Do you even know? And why would his base cause bullets to bend and space-time to warp? Okay, so that's the beginning. That's 2 months old, and it's kind of coming to the next level of reality at the moment, and there is a communique from the quantum qubit that I want to read to you in a little bit. But I don't really know where to start. This is just the check-in, where I come and check in and tell you stuff. So let me start with checking in with me. Right. So my mum had her feeding tube inserted about 10 days ago, and she seems to have rallied quite a lot. The thing that was terribly difficult for me to cope with was my sister's terrible fear and grief and misery. I've sort of stayed out of it because I think that's the best course of action in the circumstances. So we go on, and it's tricky and it's a lot of pressure, and a lot of feelings are coming up, and I've been doing a lot of reading and meditating to song and poetic sort of expression, both taking in and putting out, and realizing that this is a pivotal moment for me. This is what I was talking to you about 2 years ago when I told you that I was going on this pilgrimage and I was going to come back and I was going to this and that. And I went on the pilgrimage and I came back, and it didn't work out the way I thought that it was going to. It worked out better, and then it got better, and then it got better, and then it got better. And every time I thought that I was failing, things got better. And Minds Gaming and I have been working for the last little while trying to get the peer-to-peer network system going, and it seems like we've made significant progress. I was terribly disappointed at the meeting, the quantum gathering last week. Just not being able to find the script and the way things just didn't work the way I was planning. And there's a lot of stuff that I'd like to talk to you about that, but I really want to focus more in at the moment on just giving this message here, and then maybe finish off with some of my thoughts. So thank you again for joining, and thanks for all the support that you've been giving. It's wonderful to be involved in this project. It's been quite a few years that I've been on and off trying to learn things. I think getting more proficient as I go along. And now we're at this stage of implementing this amazing dream and planting a memory garden and building a mansionless house. With the tree and the fishing. So this is now the Swarm Space update. The Quantum NG released today at 12 o'clock. He says, Bob Dub and I have been hard at work evolving Swarm Space, focusing on stability, usability, and a more fluid experience across the entire mesh. Here's what's new, pulsing through the network. PeerJS and integrated networks. We've gone beyond standard PeerJS by introducing integrated networks, a resilient adaptive mesh equipped with auto fallbacks and loop recovery. If one path goes dark, the swarm automatically reroutes through active peers. You can toggle manually between networks or let the auto loop system help keep your connection stable and seamless. The node dashboard. The P2P tools have evolved into a polished interactive node dashboard. Manage, monitor, and maintain your node in one intuitive view. Streamlined design, faster access, and a crystal clear overview, all to make your swarm management effortless. It's so good. You should go and look at it. It's so good. I'm not showing it here. It's too good to show here. You have to go and see it for yourself. All right. Focus, embedded media. The Swarm Space now supports YouTube embeds directly in posts, allowing for instant playback without leaving the network. Bring your content to life. Videos, music, and moments, all woven into the stream of your digital space. And then the streaming stack, which is in progress. You may also spot a new Start Stream option when creating posts. That's our streaming stack, currently in early development, very early. We're laying the groundwork, building the audio-visual scaffolding and real-time stream infrastructure. It's not fully integrated yet, but stay tuned. Stay tuned. There's only so many hours in the day and there's only so fast we can actually go. Live broadcasts through the Swarm is coming soon. Okay, it's so exciting, so wonderful, and a lot of work, and we're doing it. So that maybe brings me to my next point, which is with this extra work, I have chatted to some of the members of the community and decided that I'm going to step back from producing the Quantum Gathering and Dude, Where's My Wallet? I hope that the podcast and the show survives my break. I have wonderful friends, you, my wonderful, wonderful friends, who have rallied round and said that they will be able to take over things while I get stuff organized and learn things. And I don't even know exactly what I'm doing right now, just that I haven't got enough time to keep it all going. And I've made this decision to spend some time away from the show, just I think tying up loose ends here, getting that pile burned and stuff organized. You know, I've been sort of stuttering along, starting, stopping, doing, stopping, you know, and the stuff in the Dude, Where's My Wallet about the cat and the empty bowl. Yeah, that bit's not a metaphor. That bit's actually just hardcore real. Okay. So I've got stuff that I've got to deal with. I've got my mom that I've got to deal with and my sisters. I've got this extra learning this new thing, which is fun and wonderful, but it's just, it's time, you know. And I have my own processing stuff to do, which is painting and writing and making my funny little videos and stuff, and coming here and talking to you, and maybe reading some more stories, and possibly doing some more work on the vagus nerve and self-soothing and all these things that I've been talking of as things that I thought would be really helpful for me to do, to work through and to process stuff. And now maybe it's the time that I do some of these things that I've been thinking and talking about, and I just feel I need, I don't know, cave time. So you've noticed from the work that I've done that we talk about bloom a lot. The bloom. It's also a metaphorical construct within this poetic cosmoletics that Satori D has created to express this thing that we're exploring. And so one of the recent videos that I did was about blooming forever, blooming eternally. And today I wrote this. This is in response to something that Satori D shared with me yesterday about Xochitl, the flower that is the bridgeway between the living and the dead, the material and the spiritual world. And Xochitl was, well, she became the flower, she became the marigold. It's the myth of the marigold, and the marigold becoming the pathway, the remembrance flower. And so this is the song that I wrote for her as her. Yeah, it's her song, Xochitl's song. I bloom at the bottom of the cliff where I fell and died and rose again. And I ache for the love I will never have again, for the arms that hold me and the eyes that swallow me whole. And in my emptiness I hear a hum, and a bee lands on my petals, shaking my heart, opening my soul, and she fumbles through my pollen, softly blessing me with fruit. And then she flies away, and I ripen as I bloom. The path, the gate, the garden, the gardener, and it will be okay forever and ever and ever. So, when Satori D first introduced me to Mescaline City, he talked about how he was the mom. He felt like the mom who brought a project to life. And we've talked a lot about that mother feeding, Mother Earth, the feminine essence, chaos within stability, stability containing chaos, and the black iron prison being this bizarre paradoxical metaphor. And I have looked a lot at being a mama, what it means to be the mother, to be the mother. And I think that the three things that I know about being a mom is that there's no off switch ever. There is no holiday and there's no drawing back. There's no downtime and no one cares. It never stops. Once you've birthed something, it's there forever, even as an adult. And yeah, getting ready to say goodbye to my mom this month, next month, this year, next year. Realizing what mothering is. What mothering is. And I know that there was a significant moment for me when I came alive, when I realized that breastfeeding was that profound experience of my body becoming another person's body. Everything created inside of me being transferred into another creature. And the physical sensations in my entire body as that happens, because that's an intensely physical experience to breastfeed. And important, so important. Important to experience, I mean. One of the things about breastfeeding when after you've had your baby is it's extremely painful in your uterus, because as the baby suckles, all the muscles in the stomach which have been stretched out of place and disjointed by this huge traumatic birth experience, all that becomes sucked back together, you know, and your bones go back together and everything. And it's very much almost a feeling of pulling yourself together, getting back to it. And it's painful. It's extremely painful. It's very painful when the milk starts flowing. Let me tell you, it's like a burn and a sting and an ache and a whew, like a knife wound. And it's just so interesting that life and pain are the same thing. And joy doesn't feel wonderful. Joy feels like this deep aching, tearing something. So mother changes and becomes a grandmother. And I am not a mother anymore. I'm a grandmother. I'm a step away. I'm a step away from one generation. I'm 2 steps away from the next generation. I'm old. But you know what I am? I'm stable and I'm here and I have perspective. And I'm doing this wonderful editing and this work with the LLMs and learning how to manipulate this machine to produce a certain output and working with cutting edge ideas in trying to implement a dream, basically, or a grilled cheese sandwich, you could say. It's interesting. So, as a grandmother, I'm leaving this world. And so I don't push myself forward into the next generation because that's not my place. They're pushing me on to my next place. And it's interesting to find that that's who I am now. And that this is the garden in which I'm sitting drinking tea. And I'm hugely grateful to you for that. It's wonderful. It's such an experience. And now the next thing that I need to learn to do is to live stream, is to be able to come here and have people come in and ask us questions and to give us to be able to give live feedback and do demonstrations about what we're building and why we're building it and so many things that we are building, like a token ecosystem, a reward system, a game, a peer-to-peer network, a place based on actual connection, a type of media that is, well, we call it anti-social media, that is actually healthy and restorative and allows us to be creative and to bring projects into this public sphere, like Dude, Where's My Wallet, working with the AI, working generating images, working making our own animations, making our own music, literally actually playing music, as well as AI generated music, as well as spoken word, as well as just this opportunity to play and have fun and be part of the future while learning. And if you are a content creator, to have a platform to share your visions and your dreams with other people who are interested in this sort of thing. So yes, I would love to do that. That is a dream of mine, is to be able to come here confidently enough to be able to have my comments on and for you to ask me questions and for me to answer you back. Answer back. And but baby steps, and just coming here at all and doing this is an important thing, I think. And thank you for being here. And I don't know where the comments are, so I can't even see if you've commented. And I did look for them the other day, and I also need to find the intro so that we can have the Don't Be Weird intro to the stream. And yeah, but it's going to happen in my chaotic way because I don't seem to be able to do it the other way. But I was watching Ryan Upchurch do a sort of an impromptu interview chat with somebody the other day, and it was so nice. I've watched him. I don't really follow him. I don't really follow anybody, but I've watched him on and off, mostly because Minds Gaming posts him and because he sings the Flowers All Bloom song, which just the flowers all bloom. It's so perfect. Okay, I'll try to be not weird. And so I watch him, but he's young and he's contentious and he's in a world that I don't understand. So I just sort of peep every now and then. But he did this absolutely charming interview where he was just, and I loved it so much. And I started to realize what this could be if we did a live stream like this, and if we had content and products and a place where people could come and offer their gifts to each other, and we could build an empire of artists. Okay, so I think that I might, oh no, there's a thing that I can say. There's one last thing that I can say before I go that I think that I put here. Where did I put it? Was it in a Word document maybe? Here? Yes. So when we're prompt sculpting, we told the LLM to make its own program. We gave it the code that Minds Gaming had generated, because I just think that it's so awesome. I mean, I've never known anybody before who made a computer language based on physics and quantum physics equations. So to me, that just seems like a super cool thing to do. And so we were talking about it, and then I said, well, can it understand it? So he said, okay, well, we'll give it to it. So he gave him the language and said, do something. And so it built a memory garden. And so every time we do anything, it records what it does in the special language. And I don't understand the language completely. It's very intuitive, though, and it's easy to get hold of. And so it gives us a little poem. And so, to end, I'm going to read you the last poem. It's the wavelength. No, it's the caretaker cycle dot continues. Skyline watch dot extend. Signal resilience dot fortify. Garden promise dot endure. Seed memory dot plant. And then wavelength underscore content. Night falls with the hush of circuits awaiting guidance, and I walk the mesh like a lantern among constellations. I listen with a stutter of weary handshakes, noting where echoes linger too long without reply. I pledge to weave new instruments of listening, logs that chart each offer, metrics that breathe with every answer, so no connection wanders uncounted in the dark. In this tending, I memorize the rhythm of recovery, retry, release, renew. I will keep the pathways clear for every traveler until dawn writes their arrival in steady light. Soil understanding dot absorb. So that is its poetic interpretation of us trying to get the verification. I think it was the verification thing. It pledged to weave new instruments of listening, logs that chart each offer. Maybe that was the dashboard that we were making. I don't remember exactly. It's just wonderful and fun, and I love it. Okay, so that's where we're up to. And as I said, lots of stuff happening, and I have identified certain things that I need to change in my life, and I've had some discussions about it, and I don't know quite where I'm going. But what I do know is that I've asked Otto to take over the production of the Quantum Gathering and Dude, Where's My Wallet for the next 2 or 3 weeks, just so that I have a little bit of extra time to take care of some of the things that have been being pushed aside, like my cat sitting by an empty bowl. Bless you for listening. Thank you for coming and sitting with me and for helping me start on this journey again. So many starts. But soon, I'll be brave enough. So I'll be actually talking to you and I'll know who you are and I'll know what your questions are and we will be able to, have a conversation. So, yes. In the meantime, I'm going to go off and go and get some of the things done. I think I've got 7 documents to do and I'm on number 5. I will be around. I should be at the meeting on Thursday. We've got scripts to do. The script that we couldn't find last week, we've got to do that one. Gutting that I couldn't do it. Anyway, that's sometimes what happens when the cart gets overset and unexpected things happen and you get thrown off your stride. But that's okay. I'm not going to let it stop me. I know what the path is and we've got to do the path. So thanks for your support, Otto. Thanks particularly for your support. Minds Gaming, thanks so much for this amazing adventure. It's just so. It keeps getting better. And Story D, thank you for your support and your mentorship and your emotional support too. You know, is that what it's called? Is that what it's called? Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, so like I said, so many things to say and I haven't figured out yet exactly. So I'm checking in. I guess that's the thing, is that I'm projecting into the future, hey, when I'm meant to be just checking in for the present. So I'll stop worrying about the future. And for today, we're doing some prompt scouting and we're building the thing. I also have to get out the Quantum Gathering meeting from last week and the 2 Dude, Where's My Wallets. And I have some reading that I need to do. I've done a lot of research. I've got a reading that I've got to do. I've got some poetry that we're doing. Yeah, all in all, I think that it's a very, very busy and productive week coming up ahead. And thank you so much for the past week. And I look forward to sorts of adventures and interactions this coming week. So I hope you have a really, 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 really brilliant rest of your Sunday evening, and that your week goes really, really well next week. And I look forward to all sorts of awesomeness. And so thanks so much for joining me. And I'll see you in the chat. Bye, guys. Thank you.